Hi guys, welcome back to Beauty on Monday, where we do bomb things on a Monday. Jasmine here, and today I'm going to show you how I get the perfect braid out. So this hairstyle was actually achieved by just two little braids that I did after I did my wash routine. For those of you that don't have a defined curl pattern or have trouble sort of with wash and goes have never been my thing, because I have like 3 different curl patterns, maybe 3 or 4 in my hair. So braid outs have always been my go-to. So if you like what you see and you want to know how you can get this braid out, by the way, this is 2-day hair. Yeah, this is like 2 or 3-day hair. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this braid out, stay tuned. Hey guys, so I'm back. So I've already washed and conditioned my hair. I always do my co-wash with my TRESemmé. I follow that by the Dove Dermacare Scalp. This is a anti-dandruff 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. I've been having some issues with seborrhea dermatitis, I think that's how you pronounce it. So my doctor actually prescribed me, or my dermatologist prescribed me a shampoo, which I've been alternating with that Dove Care. This is the ketoconazole 2% shampoo. This has knocked the dandruff, the flakes, it was nasty, right out. So this has worked really good, but it's kind of drying, so I'm trying to alternate that with my Dove shampoo and 2-in-1 conditioner. It's so creamy and rich. And then I followed that with the Aphogee Keratin 2-minute Reconstructor. I left this on for about, I don't know, hours. Like I was running errands, I was out and about. So anyway, I'm starting off with freshly washed hair. This is pretty much what it looks like. Shouldn't be too tangled, so not too much to do. Getting started with my braid out, the products that I'm going to be using are, starting with the Garnier Fructis Buttercream Leave-In. This is I love this stuff. This stuff is awesome. I talked about this in my curly routine before. Not sure if I talked about this before in any of my other routines, but I love this stuff. The leave-in treatment, it has coconut, jojoba, and macadamia oils. So I'm going to start off with that. I'm also going to use the coconut Miracle Oil by OGX, pure and simple. I like this. It's just a basic serum. It's aight. For real, it's aight. And I'm also going to be using the tried and true Eco Styler Gel. Not too much of this, but you'll see how I work it in. So I'm working on damp hair. And first I'm just going to start with the leave-in treatment. I'm going to take this a lot, like a ton. And I'm gonna rake that through my hair. So my hair is pretty fine. And the way you see that I do my braid out is I don't do a lot of braids. When you have fine hair and you do the really small braids, then you get like really small like waves. So that doesn't work for me. I've actually seen girls with finer hair than mine use silk scarves and things to tie up in there. I can always judge my wave size by my braid size. So if my braid is like kind of chunky, I know that my wave is going to be perfect. If my braid is really, really small, I know my wave is going to be really, really small. So I try to make sure that I have the right size braid, if that makes any sense. And I'm actually not going to do more. Let's see. Sometimes I'll do 3. Trying to get a better idea of how this looks. I may do only 2. I don't know yet. Let's see. Something to think about. And the next product I'm going to use is the penetrating oil, just to sort of seal in some of that moisture. Not a whole lot. And I'm going to smooth that along the hairline, down the part, etc. Okay, next I'm gonna apply the Eco Styler Gel. I know they said this gel gives you cancer, or so the rumor says, allegedly, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not eating it, you know? So I'm just gonna take a little bit of it, and I'm actually gonna smooth it in the part first, because this potentially could be the hair that is exposed. I want it to be nice and smooth at the top. So I actually take a brush and I brush it. And I don't want to take too much product and run through it, through the hair, because I don't really want it to be stiff. I just want some control in there. But pretty much your main product, or my main product, is the leave-in. So when I'm doing the braid, so you see how smooth it is? And I'm gonna smooth these edges. So I'm gonna start by doing this braid first. And what I'm gonna do is, when I'm doing my braids, I'm gonna bring them up a little bit. So instead of bringing the plait sort of down at the nape of the neck, I wanna bring it up just so I can get that wave to start like right up on this area. And I also wanna bring it back. I don't want to put any stress on my edges by bringing the braid forward. I'm actually going to sit under the dryer with this, but if I were sleeping, I wouldn't want the braid to like pull at my edges, so I don't want it to be too close to here. I want it to be in a very comfortable place on my head. So I'm just going to do a regular plait. I'm not a braider, guys. Like, I'm not a braider. I do know how to cornrow and do basics, but it's not pretty. So I'm just going to do a regular plait. And you see how I just got long layers put in? By doing it all together, like, I'm just making sure that the wave is going to be uniform and it's going to blend. This is going to help like different layers of your hair to like blend, and you'll see like you'll be able to wear a part in the middle or like part it on the side and toss it, and it still look really, really good. So I'm running out of a little bit of hair, so you know, you just take from another section. And guys, if you don't know how to plait, like, you gotta find another video, because I don't know how to tell you how to do it. I just learned. I don't even remember. I'm sure that's the typical black girl story. It's like we just know. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna take that curly end, and that is plait number 1. See that? So moving on to the next side. Okay, so normally for me, the best braid outs always happen in the summertime when it's 85 degrees outside and there's humidity. But guess what? It's January and it's cold. So we're gonna have to sit under the dryer, which is fine. I have a hooded dryer. I'll show it to you in another post at another time. It's one that sits on the floor and it's kind of big and clunky, so I don't really feel like dragging the camera out at the moment. But I will sit under the dryer. You can probably, if you can, try to sleep on this overnight. That'll be best. But my hair doesn't dry overnight, unfortunately. In the winter, it just doesn't work, and I don't want to walk around with the wet head. If I were going to sleep, I would just put a scarf on it, boom, hit the sheets. But since I'm gonna sit under the dryer, I am going to use the styling strips. These are the black ones, and you can see they're kind of stretchy. And I'm gonna take this and put it around my edges, right across that part. So I'm gonna take this, sit under the dryer, let it dry completely. I'm not gonna put the dryer on high heat. I'm probably gonna do warm at full speed. So somewhere in between to give me like the humidity, but not necessarily the hot. I just don't like it. I really prefer it to air dry, but the dryer will also work. So I will see you in a few. Hey guys, welcome back. So I am done with my drying process. I stayed under the dryer for approximately about 1 hour. I did turn the heat setting down on the dryer slightly, normal from what I would normally dry my hair with, just so I didn't get so much heat, and that dryer can get pretty hot anyway. So what I'm going to use to take down my braids, I'm gonna use a little of the Coconut Miracle Oil by OGX. Some of my little strips fell off in the process, so we can take those off anyway. So I'm just gonna take a fair amount. And I'm going to take down the braid. Now, unfortunately, with all that time, my hair is still not 100% dry, but it's dry for the most part. It's so annoying. It takes forever to dry. So I just like to take it and massage the root. But as you can see, I got a gorgeous, like, uniform curl pattern now. So pretty. But now I just want to take my fingers, massage the root just to try to fluff the hair up and take out some of the seam in the back. And I'm just being careful not to disturb, like, the curl pattern. And see how by like lifting that braid, like how you get this nice smooth part up here, and then you have like your waves starting lower as opposed to having your waves start up here. This is gonna look better as the days go on. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna share with you guys my second day hair when this is like all dried and slept on. So tonight I will probably rebraid it before I go to bed. I'll let it stay out and sort of air dry a bit more, but the definition is like perfect. It's not hard or stiff. It's just like the gorgeous, like the most gorgeous braid out ever. In terms of wearing it on different sides, I definitely can do that. So you just flip your hair over, and I just use the same sort of fluffing method. Now I will finish this off with like a little edge control just to tame things down. I may not even need that much, but yeah, this is how I like to do my braid out. If you have questions about any of the products that I use, I'm going to list everything in the description box below. Please do not forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and have a bomb week.